port aft section. You might not remember, but the 2 batteries were clearly added afterwards.
Oh, this will be nice.
Right, hello?
I'm listening.
Yeah. When they wired those in, they didn't wire the negatives through the shunt. So anything that was monitoring was pretty much monitoring 3/5 of what was really going on. So it explained some things where I never felt like I was getting the voltage. I would only get like 90 amps out of something that was supposed to give me 120 charging. The reason is that it was giving me 120. It was just only reading 90 amps.
What time you got?
5 to 12.
I just want to mark the time I'm starting my recording. Although somewhere in here, it tells me, of course. So I decided just to make another YouTube video for my Zoom meetings. And the cool part is I'm getting Hugo in the picture. I put it on ultra wide, and then I'm going to get the Matthew Turner coming out, which will be fun.
Okay.
They won't be sailing in here, but and these guys are brave. I mean, it's a catamaran, but they're full sail. Like to go out today after the past few days and like not reef. You're gonna come out of Sausalito. It's like go Russell. You should do. Level so we can go. No, at the moment I'm pretty happy with the go of I owe money to too many people and too many things right now. What else is new? Try and do my Africa trip isn't helping my finances, but I'm looking forward to it. Into end of August to into September, or end of August to September. It's gonna be fascinating for me to do that level of international travel.
Yeah, that's something.
More or less. I would say certainly. I'm not. This travel is totally different than just going to Europe and marrying so long ago.
I've never been to Africa, so I certainly would be a big adventure for me if I were to do it.
And then there's and even people, they don't understand, that's where more common about maybe it's like, carols, people say, oh, well, they can carry, even Catholics, oh, well, Mary could go because, they could carry her. I mean, they actually had porters for older Catholics.
Yes, I remember hearing that.
To show the movie, they put her in a sling and they carried her, in a partially, just a little bit inclined position, but it's like, but that's not, but she can walk, I mean, she couldn't climb up the mountain, so to speak.
Right, but at the other end, she can get out and look around.
Well, but even to get to the point where they carry her, it's like, they're not going to carry her 100% of the time. And then there's the, besides the carry aspect, then there's all the bodily function stuff that, it's just not happening. People, they definitely don't know it. And that aspect they're not supposed to.
No, but then it's how do you? Yeah,
So how do you tell someone?
and you can't really. I mean, without telling them.
How do you intimate it? And I'm like, no, it's like there's more to it. I just keep saying, well, there's more to it than that. People just think. I think a lot of people just think I'm putting up roadblocks. I think a lot of people just think, it's too hard for you, so you don't want to do it for her. That's not it. At this point, the anxiety level of marrying, taking, a boat trip, to the bathroom, everything's on board. All the clothes and supplies, right? It's hard. It's a car trip thing is even harder because, in the relatively in the old days, for the car trip, it was an infrequent problem. It's like any McDonald's would do.
Yeah.
And honestly, if we do a car trip now, we're looking for hospitals, proper facilities, and the potential nurse assistants.
Yeah, it is a different situation, obviously, and I'm not trying to do comparisons, but Hank and Lynn, so they have to plan their travel so that Hank is near a hospital that, not just any hospital, but a hospital that he knows can handle what could be happening for him, because he's got, not the same, but he has lots of things going on. He can't afford to be in the middle of nowhere. He can do a trip to Africa, because if he had one of his attacks, he would make it. So they've gotten more.
But they've been. I mean, when he was. I mean, I know.
He's been. He's been to like Suriname, and
yeah.
he worked in Suriname for on the
sounds
swamps. So it's not that he hasn't been. Yeah. I'm thinking. The only parallel I was making is they know how to actively plan their vacations to be. They have to know what the nearest hospital is. They like going to Hawaii a lot for a whole bunch of reasons. They've always loved Hawaii, but when they go to Waikiki, or they know there's a hospital nearby that will be able to accommodate him, that insurance is covered and all that kind of stuff. So they do that. Oh, good. I'm glad it's going by. We'll get to see it go by. I might take a video of it going by. If I stand there, I won't be, and look at that way as it goes by, I won't be in your frame, will I?
No.
When it goes by, I'll take some video of it. That'd be nice. But
no, this is for this video. I have made a new video for Zoom. I've been using the same.
Yeah.
I've been using.
Did you know it was leaving? Or was that just dumb luck?
No. I know. I pretty much know it leaves every weekend.
Right, but the timing is pretty good. I guess it leaves at noon. It was 5:02 when you set up.
As the saying goes, I'm a volunteer and I've been on it, and I need to volunteer more.
That does look like that would be fun. Was it fun being on board?
Yeah, I mean, number one, I went as a photographer.
Right.
And then number two is I got some rig. I did do rigging, and I climbed the rigging and got rigging training. And the sad part is, at this point, I really intended to do a lot more. And then what happened? Then the reality check came in of, well, I'm not retired. Number one. Number two is coming over to Sausalito is expensive.
Yep.
Forget by boat. If I drive my car to come over to Sausalito and do it, it's gas and tolls. And it's an hour trip each way. And if I come by boat, so just like hang out and walk over, it's $100 a night. And it's like, so to volunteer.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's expensive volunteer.
And then I have to work, and and I have to take care of Mary.
Yeah, it's you've got a limited amount of time that you can spend on things, and that would be another thing that you'd be spending time on that wasn't with Mary. And so you got to pick. I can see you got to pick which ones you do.
This is cool for my Zoom video because I've been using two from Angel Island. One in bright sunshine, and one sort of later in the day in the wintertime when fog came in. So one looks like, so at work they refer to it as Happy Jeff and Unhappy Jeff. One is the dark Jeff and one is the light Jeff. And they both work. I mean, I know we've seen them in a while, but the videos for background on Zoom were incredibly.
No, I haven't, but you got me thinking about it. Maybe I should make one, copy you and
you should
blatantly copy you and make one. It'd be a fun because I'm on Zoom a lot.
I've downloaded. I mean, other people are using I could sell them. Other people are using my Zoom videos as their backgrounds.
Yeah.
I mean, people love them, and I've been on Zoom, and at the end of a Zoom, a person who's like Zoom with me for the first time, many times someone has said, "Thank you." I'm like, "What?" it was so peaceful and calming.
Yeah.
Like your background is wonderful, and it's just nice. It just like de-escalates
Yeah,
the conversation.
yeah. It's like the visual version of ASMR, right? It's the stuff going on, but it's not distracting and it's soothing.
Yeah, and it's not some stupid static picture.
Right.
You know?
I haven't done static pictures in a very long time. I just use the blur background,
Yeah.
which works pretty well for me. But no, maybe I'd think out where would I do a video. But yeah, it seems like.
Well, this angle, right? I mean, I don't have a video looking this direction from the boat, and right now, and I'm actually doing it on super wide.
Yeah.
And of course, the zoom background when I download it, you know, obviously it's not going to have any audio, so it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
It's background here, and they are deploying the sails. So right now,
It's going to be humdinger. Very good.
I'm not sure that's intentionally deployed right now.
I think it's just hanging out there.
Or just the gasket came loose. I don't see anybody up there. Although my eyes aren't that good anymore. You see anybody? I don't see anybody.
I don't see anyone up there.
Yeah.
My eyes aren't that good, but with my
Bad
contact-
gasket
with my contact-
job. Get some volunteer up there, fix that. There's nobody up in the rigging yet.
Do you? So when you climb the ribbon, do you like clip on? Like, do you go up?
Oh, yeah.
And, so you have two clips, and you clip on, and then climb up, and then unclip and clip above. And
There are some of the more experienced, you know, at this point, I think pretty much, you know, by definition, everybody pretty much has to clip on.
I would have thought so in this day and age.
Yeah, I don't think, I'm not sure even the super, you know, years experts are not
Probably
clipping.
not covered from liability perspective. They're probably not covered. They probably don't get insurance if people aren't clipped in.
That's on a square rigger, that's a shameful thing to look at right there. That's, your yard-on gasket came loose.
Slovenly. It is not Bristol fashion. But still,
I went up, don't ask me what they're called right now. I do have a diagram that I keep on board.
I'm just going to squeeze over on camera in the back so I don't walk across your frame, and I'm just going to maybe take a couple of pictures and a bit of video of it going by. This is what you see when you come here, kind of thing.
And I use a picture of the Matthew Turner Full Sail as my picture when I'm not using video.
Right.
So somebody took a really good picture of it full sail out in the bay, and that's my shot.
I remember touring it, but I think with you when it was being built.
Yeah.
I think I probably went a couple of
Well,
tours.
I've got pictures like everybody, but I've got pictures when they were setting the keel, and of course I came in that day they splashed it. I didn't come back for the sticking of the sticks, which was sort of a disappointment where I missed that. But I have a joke for Peter. I'm sure it's I don't know if anybody's used it yet, so we'll find out. But I want to ask Peter if he's always been interested in pogo sticks, or is this his first one?
Pogo sticks. Hey there. Always one for the joke.
Hi, Connie.
Hi.
Wave, Connie.
You want on the video? That's sneaky. That's very sneaky. I know. It's too long. So this will have audio, so you know.
The Matthew Turner. I recommend everybody go for a ride on it.
Yeah, I definitely will have to figure out.
It was totally worth like sailing and heeling over and like moving at like 10 knots. I got some fantastic pictures of people on that thing, and I went out for a photo session with like a bunch of Portuguese visitors that that were organized that were dinghy sailors. You know, back home, that got to go on this thing, and they got to pull bridge sails and go out there. Some gorgeous Portuguese kids, girls and boys. They were just teenagers, and just. And I got some. I like people portrait photography. I got some really good people pictures. And I don't get a really great opportunity to do that. I haven't said that in other than some time in I haven't done a word so probably could be. It's unusual. My wife just be crew training today. Because they definitely don't have problems. They need a rowboat. You know, that tender with a motor. Come on.
Yeah.
Come
they
on.
They did put it up by hand though.
Yeah, they do.
That's good.
And
That's
all the winches are manual, and the propulsion is electrical.
Yes, I remember seeing that. But it's they have diesel generators, right?
Yes.
I'm curious about the. I haven't really looked into like exactly why that's the best choice. Actually, I'm going to head out in just a second. So I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't quite know why. Like the simple answer to why that was the best design. I'm not questioning it. I'm just like want to know why that was. Why did they do that?
Which
You went the diesel electric route.
Oh.
What were the big checkbox items? Why it was
ecological. Strictly, green.
because they'll put some charge in without the generators before they leave, and so they're not generating as much power from burning.
Yeah, no, they have serious batteries, and they don't need to run the generator all the time.
Got it. So a lot of the power that's being used when that thing is underway, like that, is in fact come from the grid because they've charged it up
Yeah.
at the dock.
Yeah,
And maybe
shore
now, okay, that makes complete sense. I hadn't really stopped to think about it in that much depth, but that makes sense.
So when they go, of course, when they go, and they do Drake Bay, and they do, things where they, leave generators, and they do have electric leads, for charging.
Yeah.
And obviously they have the electronics, and they have people with cell phones. And,
Yes. But it does make so they have to
and
charge.
electric oven.
But for trips like this, where
Yeah.
they maybe need it for half an hour and they're getting out, and then they get under sail, and they're under sail for 3 or 4 hours, and then they
They're
need
all
it to
battery.
come back. Then I could see that they wouldn't actually need to run the generators much at all.
Yeah. No, they're all battery. When they go out like here, they don't run again at all.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that makes complete sense. I've never really stopped to think. It's a very cool design. That's very cool. I'm going to head back for a minute or two.
Yeah, I should probably check my phone. I should pull over. I'll walk with you.
Okay. You're at T plus 12 minutes. No, 17 minutes, I mean. With your phone. You were asked to edit, so it was 5 to noon.
I want to get a solid hour. Because most of my meetings they take an hour.
And you don't really want to have a loop if you don't have to.
Yeah, it'll repeat, but a good solid hour is enough.
Yeah.
So I just leave my phone doing this thing for now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna for this afternoon. I'm doing this evening. I just decided to do potatoes. Potatoes. So I've got the big stand mixer now. So I'm just going to got a big batch of russet potatoes. I'm going to add some cream and butter, and then I have some cheddar, English cheddar. I'm going to grate it on the top, and then throw it under the grill in the oven, and just to get the brown on the top, and take it out nice and hot. One cart. I figured that would go down right because I think they're doing tri-tip or something like that.
Yeah.
They usually do. So kind of nice to have
Some protein. Potatoes and protein.
Yeah, it's kind of standard to have mash. Mostly people don't bring potatoes, so we'll see whether everybody brings potatoes this time. And it was going to be easy, and I knew I could mash them up with a KitchenAid. I could mash them up to be really creamy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of fun. And then I figured just some cheese grated on the top, and we'll make them a little bit more appealing.
Well, I'm definitely staying. Well, I should say definitely staying up. I'm definitely staying Monday, and I was planning on staying till Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, but at this point I have an option. Just like I may go home like late Monday night instead of Tuesday morning, depending. But so it's either Monday night or Tuesday morning. It's probably going to be Tuesday morning. I sort of thought maybe I would go to Angel. I don't know. It's just situation. It's like I don't feel like it's free. To run around with the boat like I did, just 2 years ago.
I'm going back. I'm going to do my usual thing of leaving first thing in the morning.
so I'm going to leave Monday morning, tomorrow morning, first thing. Just because I like to get back and have the first chunk of the day, go to the grocery store and that stuff. Plus also, I just like to get back to West Point Harbour before the wind picks up if I can.
I mean, it feels. It actually feels much better like I got something out.
I also signed up for the coastal cruise, the Super Mini Mega. So I've signed up for that, and actually I'm starting to get a crew, which is something I've never done before.
When is it?
The second whole week in June, second week in June.
Because I want to.
8th through the 16th, or that kind of time frame.
And you coming back to Half Moon Bay? Coming and going to Half Moon Bay? Or just going? I know you're getting a Monterey, but
yeah. So
Half Moon Bay to Monterey?
yeah. So the current plan is Half Moon Bay, then for me at least, Half Moon Bay, Monterey, and then in Monterey for quite a few days, and then Santa Cruz, and then back.
Back Half Moon Bay or just back?
Well, probably back Half Moon Bay. It depends on the timing, really. And also, Hans is saying that they're not promising they'll be able to get the bigger boats in at Santa Cruz. So I don't know how that will work out. So I might have to either anchor or leave with the expectation that I'll set off at radio, and if they don't let me in, I'll just keep going north and end up leaving time that I can get to Half Moon Bay before the end of the day, and just carry on going. Start to cross the bay. Once I'm underway and I'm only like 2 hours out, then I can just radio them as I'm 2 hours out.
Yeah. No, that's
We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear.
Yeah, and so that, that's actual vacation.
Yes. I'm not going to the Delta this year. I decided not to do the Delta, and I would do this instead, because we haven't had the boat out the gate for a year or two, and it felt like it was the right thing to do. Get it out, get it down there. Never had it south of Half Moon Bay, ironically. I just ran north of Sketchicount, but not already further south of Half Moon Bay, which is actually slightly north of where I keep the boat, if you want to look at it that way. So I think that will be good. And then I've actually got something I've never really done much of, is I'm starting to get crew. A bunch of people are interested in joining me for different legs. I've got Peter and Anya are interested. Maggie and Evan are interested. Arlene, you know Arlene. Arlene said they haven't had their boat out in quite a while. Could she come on a leg or two? And I said, sure. So we'll see who comes, and I'm going to extend it to one or two other people as well. But it'll be kind of fun to have a crew.
So the departure is June 11th?
It's whatever the Saturday is. It's like I think it's the 9th or 10th.
Where's my phone?
Right, I actually had a question for you, directly relating to that, which is, let me answer that question. Saturday the 8th is the day I'm leaving. Do you remember what's the depth at the guest dock at Sequoia? And how does that relate to tide? Do you recall?
I guarantee you it does relate to tide.
Well, that's a great start. I'm glad I came over.
Good morning.
Morning.
What I remember about that is I was floating. So the depth was 6 feet, no problem.
Because I'm going to be there. I'm thinking of staging the boat there the night before, because it's a general meeting, and so some people are going to take their boats up on Friday.
I definitely had water.
But my only concern is I'm going to be leaving at like a -1 tide, so I don't know how it is at the negative tide. I can ask others. Well, I can ask the book captain, and I can ask Eric will know.
I think I think the classic at the moment is negative tide, problematic, not negative tide, because I definitely didn't do it in negative tide.
Yeah, I'd have to find out, because the reason I would stage there is that when I want to leave, it would actually be dodgy for me to get out of West Point Harbour. Normally it's fine for me, but it's going to be a -1.6, and that's just like right when I need to leave. So ideally, I think it'd be kind of fun to spend the night there and leave from there instead of leaving from West Point. And then if I've got crew for the next day, they can stay over and we can just go straight from there.
Let me take a quick look down here. But I do have. Hang on.
I could stop by though. I could stop by and plumb it. I mean, I could go with a weight and measure it. But okay. But I can ask around. I think I'm actually thinking Eric might remember, and also the people in that marina will know about getting out. That would be ideal, because it would be fun, right? and you've got to have a general meeting, and if one or two people that would be like, I don't think they're interested, they could just hang out and you got you might have met. The other is actually the slough and the main channel. A bunch of people have mapped this whole area. I know right now that it's 6 feet at the low, at 0 time at the entrance to the channel. I think we just mapped it. It changes a lot. That's the other challenge. It changes like, I can push through it. I could probably push through it. Anyway, so I'll ask you about that, but that's looking pretty promising. Are you going to head out to? I'll go back with you. That's actually pretty promising then. because I think that would be a fun way to do it. It would actually just be fun anyway, right? And it would save me worrying about getting out my slip and leaving from there in the morning on the trip from the Savoy would be perfect. And hopefully I've got some people to come with me. And then the nice thing is that there'll be quite a few people blacktopping in to the various locations to join in. That's the plan. So
I
folks
probably,
that want to come with me,
I probably,
folks that want to come with me can get rides in and out of those locations, you know what I mean?
do me a favor and text Mary. See if where she is.
Sure.
I want my movie needs to run for another half hour.
Jersey girl. One life?
One life, just Jersey go. Middle.
Switch to 6-8.